I came out to my parents in an email.
Happy National Coming Out Day. We wanted to share our coming out story.
Me and Chelsea had been together for almost a year when I decided I needed to come out to my parents. Until this point, they had no idea that I was in a relationship with Chelsea. They had no idea that we were planning a life together. No, this part of me. And I was at this point where I needed to tell them. So one weekend in December, I was like, this is it. Packed my bags, flew out to Houston where my parents lived, and I couldn't tell them. I was at dinner with them and I couldn't tell them. We were having coffee in the morning and I couldn't tell them. I was on long car drives with my mom and I couldn't tell them. It just chickened out and I was so frustrated with myself. And so at the end of that long weekend with them, I flew back to Vegas, and in the terminal right before boarding my flight, wrote this beautiful letter and I sent them an email. So I came out to my parents in an email.
Yep.
I put my phone in airplane mode, landed back, and I didn't receive an email back from them. I thought I would have gotten a phone call.
He's frazzled. He's alarmed. Grandma and Grandpa didn't email you back. Editing this video and I just realized that Carla's fly is down. So clearly she needs to go back in the closet and zip up her pants. Okay, back to the video. I know. Great. We were just as shocked.
My parents didn't talk to me for about a month. The reason then they started talking to me was because I got into a car crash. It was very slow at first, them reaching out, them asking how I was, then how are you both? What are you guys doing? The plurals started happening, but it was a very, very lengthy process.
Even though it was getting better through the phone, it still took almost a year for all of us to hang out in person together. So it did take a lot of time and a lot of patience on Carla's end, which I think she had a really beautiful perspective on how to move through that.
I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was very hurt that whole time, but deep in my heart, I knew that I wanted to give my parents time. I didn't owe that to anyone else except my parents. These are the people who raised me. So I felt like I had to give them that grace and that time to get to know this new me.
You also explained it to me too, like it took her 29 years to realize she was queer. Expect that acceptance from her parents immediately when it took her 29 years herself to do that.
1,000%. Like, I'm so glad I did. Now it's so completely different. We are a happy,
one big happy family.
One big happy family.
So I had a very different story. My parents were super accepting, and unfortunately, I feel like with a lot of people that I know, I am one of those, I guess one of the few people that like has just a very positive story, from my parents to my sibling to my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, whatever I really had no issues at all in my family, and it is not lost on me how fortunate I am to have that. And on this coming out day, we're hoping that in the future there is no need for a coming out day, that queer people don't feel the need to have a sit down conversation and declare who they are and who they love, and that queer people can just be. Coming out day, it's huge. If you are out and proud, that's incredible, and we're so happy for you. But we also just wanted to say too that even if you're only out to yourself,
that's still out.
Today is still your day too. You did one of the hardest parts about coming out, which is accepting it about yourself. Hopefully you're in the stage of loving yourself, and if not, hopefully you're working towards that. But even if only you know, nobody else in your life knows, today is still your day. Yeah, happy National Coming Out Day.
Yay.
Gay rights.